Hey guys, how's it going? It's That Nerd Ryan here, and today we're going to be looking at something old and something new. So what we're going to be doing is discussing the Bad Batch versus the Republic Commando Delta Squad. So before we get in the video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell. And also make sure you follow me in all my social media down below. Really trying to push to get 100 subscribers soon, so I'm really hoping you guys help out there. So let's start by talking about the contestants. So the first ones are Delta Squad, where we have Boss, who is the leader, Sev the sniper, Scorch the demolitions expert, and Fixer the hacker slash medic. And then we got the Bad Batch. Now I will say that I am doing this as a prior to adding Echo, just to even the odds. I also want to say I am filming this right after episode 3 of the Bad Batch, so there might be some sort of update. And also, of course, Crosshairs will be on this list, even though currently he's not a member of the Bad Batch, at least of the making of this video. So we have Hunter, who is the head of the group. He's also the tracker. We have Crosshair, who is the sniper. We have Wrecker, who is basically the demolitions expert in a sense. And we have Tech, who is the mechanic slash hacker. So we do have each spot kind of fulfilled in the teams. Basically all of them are kind of identical in a sense, except not at the same time. Also, we have Bad Batch being physically enhanced clones, and the Republic Commandos have enhanced training. Now, I do still think at this point that we might see Delta Squad in the Bad Batch. Again, this is after episode 3, so this whole video could be mute by the time it comes out, but it's still something that I want to see. We're going to be using stuff from the Republic Commando video game only, as well as the Bad Batch show up till episode 3 and the Bad Batch arc in season 7 of Clone Wars. So we're going to pin up each respective member in their same similar situation. So we have the lead. In this, we have Boss versus Hunter. Boss is the playable character in the game Republic Commandos. He is basically versatile in every single group of that, as in he is a good marksman, he's a demolitions expert, he's a hacker, stuff like that. That is mainly for the mechanics of the game, and you could actually say that Delta Squad all are pretty efficient in all of those. But for the sake of argument, we will say that they do focus more on that position. So in that, I mean that Boss is a great commander compared to the rest of the team. Now, let's look at Hunter. Hunter's the commander of Task Force 99, even though he doesn't fully lead all of them, kind of lead on the same, except Hunter is looked to as the leader. His enhanced skill is tracking, and just basically his enhanced skill is tracking. So he's able to find somebody from anywhere around, basically by just looking at certain areas and picking up anomalies in that. He just has heightened senses in that effect. So, due to the heightened senses and stuff like that, Hunter does win out in the spot of who's the better leader. Let's talk about personality really quick though. Obviously, Boss does not have as much of a personality as the rest of the Delta Squad or as the rest of the Bad Batch, due to him being the playable character. He does talk and everything like that, but he's more of a neutral talker compared to the rest of the team. It's more giving out commands and just kind of talking about what the scenario is. So if we take the game aspect away, he is very much kind of just a rig when it comes to clone talking, or personality, but he is able to get the job done, and he is heavily focused on that job. Now, Hunter's personality, as we've already seen, is he is very parental, not only towards Omega, but kind of towards the team as well. He does put his team before anybody else, and out of the entire team, he is the easiest to get along with, I want to say. Not that, like, they're not friendly people, but compared to mixing with the Bad Batch and with Riggs, Hunter is the most approachable out of the team. So again, personality goes to Hunter. So that's 2 points for Bad Batch, 0 points for Delta Squad. Now let's talk about the Marksmen's. So we got Sev versus Crosshairs. Sev is the Marksman specialist of Delta Squad, and as I said earlier, he is very efficient in all the other roles as well. He is a very, very efficient marksman and is able to take out enemies at any spot that he's commanded to do, and he is willing to put his life on the line for his team and for the mission, even possibly sacrificing himself. I know in the Legends books he does come back, but again, we're just talking about the game. Now on Bad Batch we have Crosshair. So Crosshair is very much the loner of the group. He is very to himself, but beyond phenomenal marksman. He's able to basically make any shot and improvise on any shot and basically use other gadgets to improve his shots. So obviously for sniping, that point goes to Crosshair. However, let's look at personalities. So both of them are pretty much psychopathic, enjoying their kills and stuff like that. And while Sev does sacrifice himself for his team and everything, he does get along with the rest of his team and never kind of has a sort of negative mentality towards other clones. Obviously, he knows he's better than most of them, but he doesn't show it. Now let's look at Crosshair. Crosshair is, like I said, the loner of the group. He is the only one that executed Order 66, but also on top of that, even beforehand, he was willing to sacrifice other clones and sacrifice other people just for the fact that the mission needs to be completed. So you could even say that if he didn't have a chip, he might have just executed Order 66 just for the hell of it, because he seems to be that kind of personality. I'm going to stop for a second because I have no idea why this light doesn't like working. But he does have that sort of personality of just being about himself, and it always seemed that he did not get along with his team. So personality goes to Sev in that ranking. So that means 3 for the Bad Batch and 1 for Delta Squad. So next, let's talk about the Demolitions Experts. We have, on Delta Squad side, Scorch, who is my favorite character on Delta Squad, and then we have Wrecker for Task Force 99. So, let's start with Scorch. Scorch is the Demolitions Expert, basically a master of explosives and just a really hard fighter, and is able to basically crack a joke at any time, but again, that's personality. But he's also efficient in every other task that can be handed to him. And then on the other side, we have Wrecker, who isn't officially the Demolitions Expert, but he basically is. He's augmented to be stronger and basically bigger, making him a great fighter and a very, very strong adversary if you were to face him. So now let's look at personalities. Scorch is the joke cracker. He does take the job seriously, but he also always finds time to crack a joke. He's the comic relief of the team, but he knows when to be serious. So then let's talk about Wrecker. Wrecker is basically the adult child of the group. He's a lot slower than the rest of the group. It's like he's got some sort of mental deficiency, or he has way too many concussions or something like that, because he is very simple-minded when it comes to the rest of the group. It does seem like he only ever has two things on his mind, which are fighting and blowing things up. So let's put the points in. So Scorch gets both of the goals in this one, and it's not because of favoritism, but his personality is better, and he is able to adapt when it comes to any type of situation, whether it comes to sniping or blowing up something really big. So that means that's 4 points for Delta Squad and 4 points for Task Force 99. I think I did that right. Actually, that's 4 points for Delta Squad and 1 point for... That's 4 points for Delta Squad and 3 points for Task Force 99. Which leads us to the last member of the group. Now, mind you, like I said, if we added Echo, I would actually probably put Echo in this group too, which would also give an unfair advantage to Task Force 99, which is why we're not counting him in on this. So we have Fixer and we have Tech. And I will tell you, Tech is my favorite character on the Bad Batch's side here. Him and Hunter are kind of like almost neck and neck to be my favorite character. But Fixer is the technician and medic and everything like that. That kind of, he's the extra guy and is able to cover all the other basics that the other team isn't specialized in. His personality is very serious and basically doesn't take any jokes or anything like that. And then we have Tech, who is the specialist. He's not technically the hacker, that's Echo's job, but Tech can do it just as well. Tech's able to slice into comm chatter all around the galaxy, and he's able to basically be over-informed and everything like that. He's a genius. So we will give the point of basically the specialist point to Tech. But let's talk about personality for Tech. He is also very he is basically no nonsense, and he does feel that he is superior than everybody else, but he does have that empathy that Crosshair's lacks. So we are going to give, I hate to do this, but we're going to give them both half a point because they do have a very similar personality, except Tech's is a little more over-exaggerated. So that leaves it at 4.5 versus 4.5. Now, we can do the sudden death, and we could throw on Echo, and we could actually throw on Gregor really quick, and in the end, Echo would get the point, just because he is a lot more flexible than Gregor. We're not going to go into the details on that, just Echo being able to hack and having the scomp link and being half robot and stuff like that, he would overwin in Gregor's position. So, that is Delta Squad versus Task Force 99. If we only do the 4 of them, it is a tie, but if we add on the 5th member, it goes to the Bad Batch. So I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on all my social media down below. And make sure you guys have a great day. It's that nerd Ryan telling you, we're all Jedi Masters on the inside.